Oh, you'll never hear one of us repeating gossip, so you better be sure and listen close the first time. Hi, I'm Mark Bradberry. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Why don't you grab a cup and join me this morning? You know, that phrase launched a recurring musical skit on the old country music variety show, Hee Haw. Do you remember that one? You know, but contrary to what that song humorously says, the best way to deal with the sin of gossip is not by listening more closely. No, in fact, the biblical prescription for dealing with gossip or sin of any type is found in Matthew 18. And it's pretty clear. You confront it. That's right. You privately challenge the bad behavior of a Christian brother or sister seeking mutual understanding and reconciliation. It's not something to be sliced and diced in the public forum, but rather it should be addressed privately. You know, be tactful, be direct, speak the truth in love. You know, your goal is to stop the bad behavior and to reconcile the relationship if at all possible. You know, a public battle just hurts innocent people, and it can inflate a matter into some sort of a public conflagration. You know, public disputes perpetuate the gossip, just creating more and more channels for unwholesome talk. That's sort of like responding to gossip with gossip in kind. It's not a good idea. You know, by the way, having a direct conversation is also the best prescription for addressing a question you may have about someone's behavior, you know, instead of going off and gossiping about them and just running your mouth. You know, check your facts first, folks. You know, if your one-on-one with the gossip is unsuccessful, well, maybe you try to have the conversation again, but this time with a couple of trusted companions along with you, you know, some wise people who can weigh in. You know, the goal, remember, is to find correction and restoration and reconciliation. And still, at no point whatsoever are you ever told to go air your dirty laundry in public. And well, if that doesn't work, well, if the situation is within a church, you would take the matter before the elders. You know, if it's within an organization, a company, by extension, it might be something that you just address with the leadership. You know, something within a family, well, maybe you have a family counselor, or you get a few relatives together to talk with. Now, more complicated? Yeah, within a group of friends or a community. You need to tread very carefully when there's no authoritative structure. You know, dealing with gossip is not supposed to be a team building exercise. No, it's not. You know, but hopefully matters can be dealt with while small. If not, well, perhaps counseling or some other sort of an avenue might help. You know, always be ready to forgive. Always be ready to forgive. Yet, if the sin is left unresolved and the behavior continues, it may be ultimately necessary to set firm boundaries with the sinning party, resulting in some sort of separation from them. It happens. There have to be consequences to bad behavior, or there's no boundary. You know, make no mistake, however, the breach of the relationship and the consequences of the boundary are on the shoulders of the gossip, not the victim. Your final advice? Well, consider this. Some years back, the Gaither Vocal Band sang a song called Rumor Mill, which gave, I think, a little bit of direct advice for gossips. It said, shut your mouth and ask your friends to kindly do the same, or you'll wind up a victim with no one else to blame at the rumor mill. So close your trap. Take your problems to God and start loving your brother and sister. You know, that's just good advice for everyone. You know, after all, it's so much nicer to sit down together, make amends, and enjoy your coffee.